what's up? Um, Another animated reaction video, which is my BFF, and I have done some shameful things with our friends' fiancés. So yeah.
Hey, I'm Grace, and I've been best friends with Lindsay for what feels like forever. She's the sweetest, funniest girl, and she's been by my side through the good times and the not so good times. Lindsay finished college a year before me, so for the last year, she's been working full time, and she's the first to admit her job was beyond dull. When I found out Lee, my boyfriend of a year and a half, had been cheating on me, I was absolutely heartbroken. I rang Lindsay up in tears. Even though she was at work, she made up some excuse about being sick so she could come over and comfort me. Lindsay was already on her last warning at work, so when her coworker saw her leaving my house and clearly not sick, they told her boss. And they fired Lindsay. We were both miserable, so she came over for a drink, and we ended up super drunk. That's when we came up with the awesome idea to book a trip away. It was totally spontaneous, but we thought it's now or never. We might be busy with work after this, and we'll
True.
never be able to do this sort of thing again. We went online and booked our flights. We planned it perfectly so that we would get back to our hometown the day before our high school friend Cassie's bachelorette party. We got on the plane, where we excitedly talked about our plans for the trip. Then, a hot guy walked over. His seat was next to me. Jackpot! Of course, I had to flirt with him. We chatted so much that I forgot about my poor friend who was getting motion sickness on my other side. It turned out he was staying at the same hotel as us, too. I got his number to go out for a drink later on in the week. He told me his name was Blaine. Talk about a cute name! I dozed off a bit, and when I woke up, we were almost there, and Lindsay seemed to feel better. I noticed that Blaine was being chatty with her, too. I liked the fact that he was so cute and sociable. The resort was paradise. Lindsay and I had a few great days to ourselves, full of lounging by the pool, drinking exotic-sounding cocktails, and exploring the local area. Bliss! It felt so good to be stress-free and just be me and my fave person on earth. Then, on the fourth night, Blaine called me for a drink. He also told me to bring Lindsay along. I thought he was just being nice, but of course, I wanted it to just be me and him. Besides, surely Lindsay wouldn't want to be a third wheel. I began telling him
Haha.
some tale about how she was busy when Lindsay came running out from the bathroom, grabbed my phone from me, and told him that, of course, she would go. I felt so bitter. What's she doing? I was so annoyed about this that I ignored her for the whole walk there. We met him at this amazing cocktail bar by the beach. It was so romantic, and I found myself secretly fuming that Lindsay was ruining it. Worse still, she wouldn't stop flirting with him. It was so cringy to watch. He clearly had no interest in her. So I dragged her to the bathroom and asked her what she was playing at. Then we both admitted to each other that we liked Blaine. Game on! It was so embarrassing watching her play with her hair and constantly touching his arm. When she went to request a song, he told me I looked beautiful and placed a hand on my leg. See? He liked me, not her. I told him to forgive Lindsay's weird behavior, as her ex had made her insecure, so she could be kinda desperate around guys. I know this sounds mean, but Lindsay had made it clear she wanted a war. The next 3 days of the trip were tiring. Both of us were trying our best to get Blaine's attention.
Uh-huh.
At the beach, I wore my sexiest bikini, and then asked Blaine to apply sun lotion to my back. Then that evening, Lindsay hid my phone, so while I frantically searched for it, she spent time alone with Blaine. This low-key competition carried on the whole time. Then, on the last night, I knew it was now or never. So, I told some random guy at the bar that Lindsay liked him, so he kept on buying her drinks and making her dance with him. This gave me the chance to take a walk alone with Blaine. We sat down on the beach, and I noticed how he couldn't take his eyes off me. Then he leaned over and kissed me! By then, I was already on cloud
Yo,
nine.
yes.
I didn't tell Lindsay. As annoying as she had been, I knew she liked him too, and I didn't want to brag. She's still my best friend, and I never wanted to hurt her feelings. The vacation came to an end, and neither of us mentioned Blaine. Instead, our friendship just fell back into place. We went back to our hometown and joined Cassie's bachelorette party at her apartment with some other girls. We haven't seen each other for so long, and it was so fun doing all the dumb stuff we used to do back when we'd been teenagers, such as drink too much, prank call people we didn't like, play truth or dare, and pamper ourselves with face creams and masks. We all fell asleep with the face masks still on. Then, early the next morning, there was
Which is normal to do. So yeah.
a knock on the door. Turns out, it was Cassie's fiance calling to pick up some stuff. He was standing by the door while she proudly introduced him to us. We were both stunned and snapped out of sleepiness right away when we saw him. It was Blaine! But he didn't recognize us at all with the face masks on. Later that day, Lindsay and I had a serious talk about what to do now. I thought kissing him was already a big deal, but it turns out that Lindsay had actually slept with him. We both didn't know that he wasn't single, not to mention engaged to our friend. He definitely isn't a good guy. We don't know what to do next. I want to expose him and tell Cassie about him right away, but Lindsay doesn't want to, as she's afraid that Cassie will end up hating her. What should we do now?
Well, that was quick. Um, what is it? I'm gonna, talk and get this video to 10 minutes. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry if the last video was kind of, a little bit weird because at the end of the first clip of that video, I cut some part out that I don't want to make it into the cut because I want to have all the raw footages in my documentary about my life. So yeah, that'll be in that documentary later in my life. Yeah. Um I'll be live streaming on Instagram, so go follow me because you're not gonna see my face, you're just gonna hear the audio part of it. But yeah, I'm gonna be reacting to other non-animated videos. So yeah, peace.